The following content is brought to you with funding from the Universal Service Fund USF via its local digital content development initiative. Enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome to Moore's class. A big question that I've been getting. Why Moore's class? All of a sudden we have Moore's class. Why does Moore's class exist? So, Moore's class is here because of USF, Universal Service Fund, in MACLA, and of course the Malawi government. So, Moore's class is here because we won a grant. So, just a background. Let's get to know the people that are sponsoring us, which is USF, MACLA, and the Malawi government. So, USF is a subsidiary by MACLA. They focus on making sure that there's digital inclusion for all. Everyone is able to access digital information. So they focus on that, communication. They have projects that making sure that people in the rural areas are also able to access the internet, as digital information, as I've said. They're able to communicate easily on the internet, things like that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what USF does. So USF put out a call for applications in 2024 July. So I came across this application in the papers, and then after that I went on their website to check. So it wasn't my first time hearing about USF. I had interacted with them, not directly, but through a certain bid that we participated on at our offices. I work as a business developer, so I'm usually applying for bids and things like those. So I had applied for several bids to USF before. So when I saw that call for application, it wasn't a very new organization to me. So I took interest. I went to their website, checked on what they were looking for, and I found these forms and the details that one needs to go through when applying this application, this call for application. So this call for application specifically said that they're looking for content creators that will be able to create different kinds of content that can be accessible digitally, say on social media, on YouTube. Let's say you have a website, you can be able to share such kind of information. So that's basically what they're looking for. The main purpose of this grant is to ensure that, you know how we go on YouTube. Let's say I'm looking for a makeup tutorial. So I go and search for, let's say, a simple makeup tutorial. All the time that I've gone on YouTube and searched something like that, the results that come through, I've never seen a Malawian tutorial there. So it's kind of sad that we are not that advanced. So they're trying to ensure that at least we have quality content. We're able to create content that people have interest in, and at the same time, on such platforms as YouTube and all that, once someone searches for something, they should be able to have at least a Malawian there pop out and something like that. So that's what they're trying to do, to ensure that we have quality content, as well as making sure that people are able to advance themselves when it comes to digital inclusion. So once I saw that call for applications, I gave in my interest, and then I started the application process. So today we're going to go through the application process for this grant that I got from USF. So stay tuned and go with me throughout the grant. I should warn you though, the application process, that is if you're an aspiring content creator or you're an already existing content creator and you want to apply for this grant, you need to have some patience because it's a long application, not a very long one. You can finish it in a day or two. But, you know, sometimes people just want to put the details, the name of their channel and everything else, and that's it. No, this one you have to put in information proper information, proper details about yourself and the ideas that you have or that you want to be sharing. So let's go through the application together. Same thing that you do when you're applying for a job. You have to know first the company that you're applying to. What do they do? What projects do they do? Go to their website, read the About Us section. We are going through the application process for the grant, the content creation grant. Let's know a brief background about USF. So on the About Us, they have written, the USF is established to promote the availability of services in areas that are marginalized, in services provisioning, underserved and unsaved communities. So as I've said, they're trying to ensure that they boost the availability of digital services and communication services to areas that have little or no access to such kind of services. Like recently, I saw that one of their projects, they were giving Starlinks to areas that has no access to the internet. Madela, over the internet, they went there and provided Starlinks for them so that people can access the internet easily. I wish I had a Starlink. So that's what they do. They are trying to build communities to ensure that at least people have digital inclusion. They are included in terms of digitization and everything like that. They have a certain project about building schools and everything like that, where they are providing computers to schools. I saw that they have at least given computers to at least 145 schools. That's huge. That's huge. I wish I had access to computers when I was in primary school, but I wasn't a fancy kid, so we had to do it rough. Anyway, the application form. So I'm gonna go through the whole process, and in some sections I'm gonna go first, but I just want to give you a proper background on what you should expect as a digital content creator or an aspiring content creator. I remember the project, it's called Connect a School project, where they're giving out computers. Anyway, the form. So on the cover page, they have a logo by MACRA. And it says application form for grant for the development of local digital content, in brackets in the video. So they have the reference number there, MACLA/USF/blood what, and everything else. So first section is application guidelines. So on the guidelines, the application must be in writing. Yeah, you can't submit it online. It's something that you need to submit physically at their offices. I'm going to include the address of their offices at the end of this video. The applicant must answer all questions. The applicant must provide the original bound copy plus 3 bound copies. So once I wrote my application, I printed 1 copy which was written original, and I had other 3 copies which are written original. That's the same thing that also happened with the previous cohort. So this is something that you need to prepare yourself for be ready to print. So yeah. The other thing is each application must have a cover page, the name of the applicant, type of local digital content, and the date of the application, closing date. Applications that do not set out to fill the requirements will be disqualified, and yeah, things like that. That's the application guidelines. This first section, now section A, they're saying that general information. So under general information, they requested for the name of the individual. So I put in my name, Maureen Mahenga, and then the type of content creator that you are. So you might be asking yourself, am I eligible to apply for this with the type of content that I do? So there's a list of content creators that can apply, and there's also a section that you can specify the kind of content creator that you are. For instance, there's a YouTuber, there's a blogger, there's a podcaster, there's a photographer, there's a vlogger, there's a musician, there's graphic designer, author, artist, a fitness trainer, a tech review, And on the other section, that means you can put what kind of digital content creator that you are. So if what you do is not included here, that means you can specify what you do. After that, they ask for the platform that you use to share your content. So there are several platforms here. There's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, television, and again, there's a section where you can specify how you share your content. And then after that, you ask the kind of content that you create. So they're saying that you need to provide the content that you create, specify. So let's say you make videos, if you're a fitness trainer, you make diet videos, or you make videos on how someone can keep fit at home, things like those. That means you need to specify that. The other thing is they ask for a physical location. That means you have to put in your address, and then there's email address, phone number, and after that they're asking for contact persons, that is your referees. How can they get to you, or who's your referee? So you put in that information as well, the name, phone number, the email address, and things like those. So that was section A. As I said, it's a long application. So let's go to section B, which is application overview. So here they're saying that you need to indicate the experience and qualifications that you have. Highlight your previous work or experience that showcase your ability as a content creator. That means you have to indicate your past experience, what you've done before as a content creator. You need to write it down. They're saying you need to outline hands-on experience in content development, discuss specific projects that you've worked on before, also share insight on your education background, highlight relevant qualifications that you have that have contributed to your skills as a content creator. After that, there's the applicant profile. So they're saying you need to describe the progress of your career, starting from your earliest experience and to where you are right now or at the moment. You need to highlight your skills, accomplishments, and your personal growth in the field. After that, there's external assistance. Indicate the content genre that you're in and you'd like to specialize in. What kind of content do you want to specifically focus on in this grant application process? You need to provide local digital content aggregation strategy or your plan. How are you going to be shooting your content? What's your plan? What's your disbursement plan? And things like those. Off to section C. Demand, need, and support for the development of local digital content. Appeal of programmed service. Describe how your developed local digital content will be of interest to the audience. Show creativity. As I've said previously, you need to show that people do need that kind of content. Or let's say there's no such kind of content in Malawi, and once you start making such kind of content, you're going to build the gap that's there of lack of content, of such specific content in the country. So you have to be creative in the delivery of your content as well. And they're saying that you need to describe what will make you different, what will make you stand out. What's your selling point? What's something that's unique about you that's going to make you stand out in the crowds when it comes to other digital content creators or other Africans? What is it that's very special about you as a content creator? So you need to highlight on that as well. The other thing under section C is research and impact. They're saying you have to describe the impact that this developed local digital content will be. I've already said something about that. Now we jump into section D, which is programming. Responses to this section of the application will form the basic of the applicant's promise of performance to be incorporated in the grant that will be offered. This is a highlighted section. So under programming, they're saying that you need to describe how best you can utilize the grant to promote local digital content. Are you going to use the money for what it is meant for? So you need to explain that you'll be able to do that. you need to outline briefly in general terms the approach and objectives to ensure that the development of impactful local digital content, along with indicators to help track impact and the progress of your project. So what's your work plan, and how are you going to be tracking the progress of your project? How are you going to make sure that you're not out of line? So you can indicate something like, okay, I'll have a manager, I'll have something who'll be managing me, or I'll be writing weekly reports, or things like those that will make you, seem like Mogoganiza. So some things like that. Up to section E. Section E is on financial capacity. Financial matters. They're saying that applicants are required to attach proof of the following: overview of the content creation plan, details of any personal funding sources or collaborations, information of potential sources of support like grants, if you've received grants before, that is, or donations or sponsorship. Let's say you've created digital content before and someone was able to sponsor that content. So you need to include that, okay, I was sponsored by this organization or by this company to produce this kind of content for them. So you have to include all that. Section F, resources and equipment. What tools do you have currently that you're able to use in your creative journey? So in my case, I had an iPhone X by the time that I was doing this application. So I indicated that I have an iPhone X and I have a ring light. Those are the things that I use, and I have a small mic. So those are the things that I was using to create content. So I had to list it down. So you list down any tool that you have that you currently use as a content creator. The last section, which is section G, is the conclusion, which is just about other matters. They're saying, state briefly why the authority should provide you with the grant and give details of any other matters of which you consider the authority should be aware of. So here, you're just now trying, feel yourself. Tell them whatever you think that is important for them to know. Okay, tell them that, if I produce content, let's say I have a lot of views, people are able to interact with my content, I'm very creative, and apart from that, I'm able to deliver things on time, I manage myself well, things that that are going to boost your proposal. So in here, in the conclusion section, you have to write each and everything that that they haven't asked, but that it's very important for them to know. So is it experience? Is it your other qualities as a content creator? You have to include all those in this last section. After that, you sign and you certify the date that you're sending in the application, and that's that for the application form. Okay, so after filling in the application form, it's now time for you to write a proposal that you're explaining in detail the things that they have asked about. So to make it easier, it's better for you to just write a proposal answering all the questions that they're looking for. So on the proposal, what you should emphasize on is to make sure that you make them understand the kind of content that you want to produce. In my case, as I've said, that I am focusing on digital trade and inclusive fashion. You have to ensure that, why digital trade? Why do I want to focus on digital trade? What gap have I seen out there? What am I addressing? This kind of content, who is it going to benefit? Who is going to benefit from the kind of content that I'm producing? Who am I targeting? Am I targeting Malawians in general, or I have a specific kind of audience that I'm targeting? Am I targeting SMEs? In my case, I'm targeting SMEs. I'm targeting people who aspire to do business, or people who already have small businesses, yes, SMEs, and they just don't know how to use social media or how to use technology to boost their businesses. So that's who I'm targeting. So in your case, as a digital content creator, you also need to write things like those, the problem that you're addressing, why you think that you deserve the grant, the impact that is going to be there once you get once you're able to share the kind of content that you want to produce. How do you manage yourself? And everything else that you think that is very important for them to know before you once you send your application. So in your proposal, you write your content idea, your plan as well, the work plan, and your targets, even whom you're targeting, or the numbers that you aspire to reach. You can even include that. So you write in everything that you want these people to know once you send in your application. That's it for the grant. I sent in my application. After reviews and everything else, I got a call that telling me that I'm invited to interviews. So it was like, dear madam, we're inviting you to interviews, Janjani. So yeah, dear madam, they were addressing me, by the way. Yeah, I'm the madam. So yeah, that's that. I went to interviews, and after that, I got an email with a contract that I've been awarded this much of a grant, and that's why most class is here. Okay, so this is Boss Class, and in today's episode, we have to talk about something. We have to learn about something. So today, we are going to focus on tips that you need to use when you're doing business on social media. So there are some times when people complain that I'm not getting sales online. I'm selling my products, I'm posting my products, but I don't find buyers on social media, as people put it, that once you post your business on social media, a lot of people are able to see it. That means more customers, but that's not the case for me. So why aren't you getting interactions? Why aren't you getting customers on social media? So these are some of the reasons why you're not getting any business on social media. The first reason why people don't buy from you on social media is because they don't believe you. There are times when you post something on social media, you say plates for sale, yeah, just that, and your page only has that one particular post, or it has a post from 2022. There was one post in 2022, and there was another one in 2024, and then in 2025 January you're posting something to say plates for sale. People are going to have a hard time believing you. So one of the reasons why people are not buying from you is because they don't trust you. Why don't they trust you? Your social media page is not looking authentic. It's looking as if it's someone who's not serious with business, or someone who's a scammer, just because you're not able to take care of your page. So it's very important for you to always post. Make posters. We talked about using tools like Canva. Make simple posters. Take quality pictures. Post now and then about your businesses. Interact with your customers. Ensure that people are able to believe you. So one of the reasons why people don't buy is because they don't believe you, and now it's up to you to make sure that you build that trust in your customers. The other reason why people don't buy from you is because they don't understand. They don't understand your posts. They don't understand the business that you're doing. For instance, I go on social media and just post a picture of shoes, high heels there. I'm a lady. I've posted a picture of high heels. See, that's it. They won't have any idea what's happening, because it's just heels. There's no caption, there's no location, there's no price, nothing like that. So if I post something like that, people won't understand. They'll think that it's just someone posting aesthetics for their page. They just want to build their page and something like that. But if you want to make business, or if you want to do business on social media, make sure that the things that you post have a caption. They have details on how people can find you. Let's say shoes for sale or high heels for sale. You put the price, you put the content information, and that's that. At least people are able to understand. So posting things without captions doesn't help. You need to be able to give enough information so that people should be able to understand you. The other reason why people don't buy from you is because they don't see a need or a value. You're just posting things on social media. You're not creating the need. You're not telling people why why they need to buy that product from you. For instance, selling skincare products. So I post a moisturizer. So I just post the moisturizer. I put the price and the location where I am or where my shop is, and that's that. I've just written it's a moisturizer. You are forgetting that there are people out there who do not know what really a moisturizer does to them or does to their skin. So you need to explain to them that, okay, a moisturizer is going to make your skin soft, or it's going to deal with acne, or anything that any impact that it's going to have to their skin. So you explaining the need or the importance of using that particular product is also going to help you to boost sales, because now people are going to be like, okay, I didn't want to buy this product, but she's saying that it deals with acne and I have acne. I think this is going to be good for my skin. Or my skin, kaka. If I use this, it's going to moisturize my skin. So it's going to have some kind of impact to me. So create a need. Tell people why they need to buy that particular product. Give them reasons to buy that specific product from you. The other reason why people are not buying from you is because you don't have a solid online presence. Yes, usually it's important for you to have to build a very solid online presence. We're talking about using search engine optimization, looking for keywords that are gonna keywords that you can use in your captions. For instance, you're posting something, use keywords that you know that people usually search for them, and once they search that, they'll be able to run across your product. So you can use that as a way to also boost your business. The other thing is you need to be able to post often. Take quality pictures, authentic pictures. Give people all the details that they need to know about your products. Allow customers to give in their reviews. Do product reviews. Tell customers more about the products that you're selling, each and every detail that you know that once you tell people about it, it's gonna boost yourself. So don't just keep your products to yourself. Once you post, that's it. No, make sure that you're able to build something from it. You have a social media background. You are able to give in reviews. You're able to tell people how they can use the product, because also that helps them to know more about your business or more about the product, and it's more authentic now for them to buy from you. The other reason why people are not buying from you is because you don't have a good relationship with your customers. As a business person, it is very important for you to build a good and authentic relationship with your customers. How can you do that as a business person that's doing business on social media? You can do that by, let's say, offering discounts to your customers, offering recommendations or how to use a product tutorials to your customers. You can be checking in on your customers as well. For instance, I come to your shop and I buy a lipstick. So you ask me, how do you like our product? Is it nice? Okay, if I say it's nice and it's okay or something like that, you can say that, but you know what? We have a lip liner. I think this product is going to go well with the lipstick. You can do this combo. Let's say you send me a tutorial or you send me a picture of how that combo looks. And then that way I'm able to buy a lip liner from you as well. And I'm like, okay, seems like this client of mine is able to keep track, is able to see, to ensure that I'm satisfied with the product. So there's a higher chance that I'm going to come back to your shop than go to another shop, because I know that you're able to keep up with me as a customer, and you're able to recommend products, or you're able to send me, let's say, pictures of the products that you have new in store. So that way you're able to build a connection with your customers, and customers are able to keep in track with the products that you have new in store, and also they are able to recommend you to other people because they know that you offer good customer service. Lastly, I'm just going to talk about a tip that I know that in Malawian businesses we have a problem with. I feel like most business persons do not understand impulse buying. When you talk of impulse buying, you're talking of that kind of moment where you end up buying something because you've been influenced by the price of the product. So usually in Malawi, you go on Facebook or you go on WhatsApp, you see someone is selling some kind of products that you're interested in, but they haven't indicated the price. They're telling you DM for price. Apanga post galimoto, DM for price. Shoes, DM for price. Plates, TV, DM for price. You're forgetting that there are some times when people buy things not because they want that thing, but because the price has influenced them to buy. Maybe it's cheaper. Usually it's because it's cheap. So they're like, they're selling this at this price. I've always wanted this. Or I think I couldn't find this product at this particular price. Let me just get it. So you need to understand the thing about impulse buying. It's not all the times that people buy things because they want them. No, sometimes they buy because they are influenced by the price. This usually happens when you're shopping things online. Let's say you're buying things on Shein. You see a certain product, you know that you don't really need it, but the price has influenced you to buy. So that's the same thing when you're doing business on social media. You have to understand that there are people who come across your products and they don't have a need for your products, or they don't see the value, but just because it's cheaper, they have decided to buy. So always include details like pricing, your location, where you're found. Let's say you have a shop in area 49, you have to indicate that we are in area 49. This is the price of the product, and make sure that the quality of the pictures that you're posting is very nice. Don't just snap everything and just post. No, have a proper background, take nice pictures and post them, because images also are able to attract people to say that, okay, this looks nice, let me go through it. Not just using any background or just taking pictures like that. No, make sure that your pictures are very nice, they are able to attract people. You have a price that's there. Some DM for prices you tend to see in 2025. Let's leave it for other people to do that. But for you as a business person, make sure that you're able to indicate your prices, your contact details, and people are able to find you easily. So that's all I had for you in this episode on tips that you need to know if you're doing business on social media, as well as the process for grant application for USF. So thanks again to USF and Makla for sponsoring this episode. Bye.